this month's live with Layla, and I am joined with actually an old school friend called Fozia. And we are going to talk to Fozia in a sec about why, how she brought her own physical products to the market, but not just to any market, to our market. So exciting. So that we can talk about both why she felt there was a gap in the market, essentially, and what her journey looked like, and how I was a teeny weeny part of that. And I'm really excited that we're actually finally telling everyone, Fozia, that what we've been up to, and then I'm really going to leave the rest to you because it's your story. And also the second part of this live is really about you guys that are going to be listening to this either now or on a replay, because what Fozia has actually been working on and is launching is something that your clients are going to be going out and buying from somewhere anyway. Amazon, Boots, Superdrug, all the outlets. Why don't you let them buy from you where they trust you and you make some more money? So before we get stuck into all of that, hey Foz.
Hi, sorry, I'm jotting something down as it came to me.
Sorry, just gulping my coffee. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
It's all right, that's okay. I'm just going to quickly look at my phone, something I do every single time I do these things, just so I can catch any questions that come in. Sure. Most times than not, they come in after, because obviously it is Wednesday, it's gone 10 in the morning. So a lot of our audience will be in their salons serving their clients.
Oh, okay.
But I know, I can actually say names. I mean, I won't say them, but I know people in this group right now that have previously messaged me saying, Layla, I want to bring out my own line of this or my own line of that. How do I go about that? And so I know that this conversation is going to land in front of some of the right people that are going to be really interested in what we have to say, or actually what you have to say. So I'll start just by telling everybody that Fozia and I go back a long, long way. We are old school friends.
We don't look old though.
No, we don't. We look very young, don't we? Yeah. It's all the beauty treatments that we get done at salons. That's what it is. And it basically started like this. Fozia sends me a message and says, hey, Layla, I'm thinking about, bringing out my own line of da-da-da-da-da. That was your first product, which I had nothing really to do with. And we will talk about your vagina weights. Should we just call them those? Those vagina weights, which you've now gone on to sell that brand and that product line. Amazing story there as well. But actually, this second launch of yours, which I have been a bit more of a part in, was actually music to my ears, because Fozia, like I said, messaged me needing a little bit of help and guidance where it lays in regards to manufacturing, the process, legislation, how to be compliant, regulations, all of that boring stuff that is very necessary. And we know that now more than ever with what's going on with the nail industry, actually, at the time of this recording. But also, Fozia, like many of you in this group, know that I have launched many of my own brands to the market: Exposed Spray Tan, Lash Envy Lashes, Lip Envy No Needle Filler. And so for me, this was the perfect way to take Fozia through the process, document the journey as I prepare to launch my third and final program, which is called Product Boss. Now,
Product Boss, final.
Say again.
It won't be final.
I know, there'll always be another itch to scratch along the way.
There will be.
That's what happens. I don't know whether it's being an entrepreneur. I don't know whether it's being in this industry. I don't know. But when you had said, oh, I'd like some advice on this, that, and the other, and I'm like, okay, I was already planning on documenting my own journey of launching my own beauty brands into the marketplace and then producing a course on the back of that. You were kind of like my little beta and really helped me document the whole thing. So anyway, enough about me and my plans. Let's talk about you. So firstly, introduce yourself, Foz.
Okay, so I'm Fozia. I have 2 kids. I live in Basingstoke. So I'm doing the same as you, juggling mum life and then trying to launch a brand. So yeah, it's not easy, but fun. And while I talk about my journey now, I'm in the grind, so I'm proper in the thick of it. And the reason why I wanted to reach out is because, especially in the UK, there's so much I don't know, and I didn't want to make mistakes when I could just kind of reach out to my oldest friend as a mentor
Oh,
and not make the mistakes that you may have made, I guess.
totally.
Yeah. And I think the reason why I'm really keen for people to see this is because I also thought launching a product was really scary. It was something that other people did, like you look up to people and you think, I don't know where to start, where the hell do I begin? There's so much red tape. When you break it down and when you do have help, for example, from someone like yourself, it is really not that scary. You just need to know kind of the next step and have maybe someone there to hold your hand.
Yeah.
So that's where I am right now with you holding my hand.
Oh, bless you. And actually, you know, going back between your story isn't that dissimilar to mine. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't have anyone that I could go and ask questions to. It's kind of my style to kind of jump, learn along the way, make the mistakes along the way, you know, say yes to everything and then figure it out, you know, later. That's kind of my MO. But what inspired me to launch my own brands into the market was definitely being a distributor for other brands and going, well, if they can do it, why can't I do it? And it kind of has that ripple effect, doesn't it?
Yeah, and you only need to be a little bit better than your competition. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to go on Dragon's Den and think of a brand new concept. I mean, I'm doing collagen. It's a lot better than the competitors, but it's not a new thing. I'm just doing it better. And you know, you need a community. You need someone to kind of help you and be like, you can do it. Believe in your idea. Be that 1% better. And then once you get momentum, then you actually really start to enjoy it.
And also I think a key part of certainly our partnership with this is, you know, it's your brand. So you've got rose tinted glasses, you're very emotionally invested, as well as time, finances, you know, all the investments. Whereas I'm not I'm definitely not financially invested, and I'm not even emotionally invested, but I'm very logically invested. So I'm looking at it from a place of logic, and I will see things that you may not have seen because you're so emotionally attached to this being a success.
Exactly.
Okay, so you dropped the word in there, but I was going to lead up to that. So let's tell everybody, what is your product?
So I am creating it. Actually, sorry, wait 1 second. I wasn't prepared to show you, but I'll do a show and tell.
Get it. I'll just sit here and sip my coffee. And for those of you that are watching now, pop your questions in and we will get back to any questions.
So I wasn't expecting to do like a blue piece of show and tell, but this is the magic elixir. So what happened was I've got 2 kids, like I said. After the birth of Isla, I had a minor bladder prolapse. And the only way to fix it was obviously through like a long road of gynecologists, physiotherapists, etc. So I had a load of exercises, but they kept telling me to take collagen. But I couldn't find collagen with the correct dose and other ingredients that women need to basically feel strong after they've given birth. There's a specific, you know, set of ingredients, and I couldn't find it. And I didn't want to spend money on 5 different supplements from different retailers. I was like, this is my, you know, entrepreneur side. I was like, well, I'm not the only one this happens to. I'll make it myself. Even my husband Chris has started taking this collagen for his joints and knees and stuff. So it's absolutely magic stuff. But it's such a difficult category to get into, hence why I reached out, because my last product was just importing something from China. It was a bit easier. I didn't really have to do
there was no formulation. There was no formulation to it. It wasn't a liquid.
Exactly.
They were basically weights that came in a pretty
they were weights. They came over, you know, in a pallet, put them onto Amazon, Bob's your uncle. This is completely different. This will be similar to kind of like the brands, I guess, you created from scratch. And, you know, it really is my baby. So, and I am primarily selling it on Amazon. And the thing that I jotted down at the beginning, which made my brain go, ooh, Amazon are taking quite a hefty fee for every sale they make. And your point of people are going to buy this anyway on other channels, why not people you know in their network benefit and take that same fee?
Yeah, definitely.
It doesn't make any sense to let Amazon basically have everything.
I mean, there's a whole different conversation there. The mindset of the salon owners, and I'll speak on behalf of the industry actually, one, because I have been a salon owner for almost 10 years myself, but also throughout my mentoring within this space, there is a real broken link in the mindset when it comes to salon owners seeing themselves as saleswomen. They don't see themselves as saleswomen. They see themselves as nail professionals, beauty professionals, waxing experts. They don't see themselves as saleswomen. Having said that, there's been a little shift since the pandemic, because the only way they could make money was through selling, you know, through making home kits up on various things and things they could retail that were non-professional items.
Yes.
And that was helping a bit, a few of the pennies, the pink pennies I call them, bringing in the pink pennies in, whilst they were in a lockdown because they couldn't physically perform treatments on people. So some people since the pandemic have got better. And also I've got a course, Sell Like a Boss, through various challenges I've done over the various lockdowns. There were quite a lot of people that really connected the dots and went, they are my clients and they are spending the money anyway. Why shouldn't it be me? And they do know, like, and trust me. And it goes back to that whole, like, that know, like, and trust formula again, that journey, client journey. So anyway, going back to your products. So we hear the word collagen, and I'm just going to now on behalf of maybe people listening, we hear the word collagen and our hearts start to sink. And one reason, through no fault of anyone here, is collagen has been at the forefront of a very particular business model.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay. So, the multi-level marketing strategy.
Oh, God. Oh, those, is that a pyramid scheme?
The annoying pyramid schemes.
Right.
They are
I didn't know collagen was that.
our backsides to us as an industry. So there's a slight disconnect with collagen because when we think of those pyramid scheme companies in the beauty space and the cosmetic space, most of the products they're selling to our clients is collagen. So that's the first thing I really want to quash here, because you said it at the beginning, which I really want to echo for everyone who's going to listen to this.
Yes.
We know there is a shit ton of collagen products out there.
Yeah.
When you needed it as a woman who went through birth, you couldn't find a collagen product on the market at that time that served your purpose. You still didn't have a solution
to actually repair me, and that solution doesn't exist. But one thing just to clarify, and I'm not sure if I'm going to tread on toes, there is a huge difference between taking a oral liquid collagen in the correct dose that's going to actually plug your body from the inside out, as opposed to buying collagen where the molecules are too big to penetrate the skin in serums and shampoos, which is a load of
crap.
It's a load of shit.
We can say it. We swear it.
If people are selling it, I don't want to tread on their toes. I mean, by all means, you do you, but it doesn't work. The collagen molecule is too big to penetrate, like on topically. So you have to take it orally. So this is completely different to the MLM schemes where they're claiming if you put collagen on your face, you're going to feel nice, but it's not doing anything to change the structure of your skin.
Yeah. So we've quashed that model, but now you've gone through the science part. And I don't think it's bad that we're not stepping in on anyone's toes. This is coming from a place of education.
Yes,
and
exactly.
Education is important. We know that in our industry more than most industries, let me tell you. So we're all good on that front. And knowledge is power. There may be someone listening now or on a replay. This will also get put onto our YouTube channel and all the other ways that we share this, that are looking at their bottles of collagen supplements in their salon, wondering why they are still sat there collecting dust on their shelves. And could it be because their ladies that they're selling it to isn't getting the results? So they're not coming back and buying more. Okay, so let's reverse engineer. Why aren't they getting results? Well, we've just explained, or you've just explained, because the molecule, the materials within the product, and how they are broken down, aren't simply penetrating.
They don't go far enough into the deeper layers. So it will feel good, and there's a load, but it's not just, there's loads of products out there that really are a bit naughty in kind of what claims they make. But yeah, this is purely an oral supplement, but I'm sure people listening might have other ideas if they look around the house and they're like, oh, that could be better, or I really need this for that ache or pain. It really is a case of just starting to look into it and having the confidence to think, maybe I can make it better. This doesn't exist, so I won't just suffer. Maybe I can, just spend the evening on Google. And it literally starts with baby steps like that, and obviously reaching out to someone as well. But to give you a little push does help.
So are you now talking about, you basically saying to anyone who's listening, for them, if they want to bring out their own product to the market?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And the sad thing is there is no how to do this handbook out there. So I wish if there was
closest thing then is my Product Boss program.
Exactly. But that wasn't ready 6 months ago. So.
No. And it's still not, we're not ready to drop it just yet. Like I said in the post I did yesterday, I've not shared this with anyone. We've kept this very close knit. I've barely talked about it to my own team in the office. This has been a very private thing. They obviously know that I'm going to launch a program about how to launch products on the market because I've done it. And I've done it really well. Very proud to say, very fiercely proud when I say I've done it, and I've done it really well. Hence why it would be a disservice to my audience for me to not help them along the way when I've done it multiple times, you know?
Yeah. And also, if you keep getting questions from people like me going, Layla, how do you do this? Layla, what does this mean? Layla, how do I get more of these people? And rather than you doing that over and over and over, just put it in a damn thing. And everyone can read it.
But we do WhatsApp because we're friends, but in the program, it won't be WhatsApp. Just going to let you know, no one's getting my number.
Publish our voice notes.
Yeah. So, okay. We all understand bringing out a product to the market. We need to see that there's a gap in the market, and we need to see that there is something out there unique enough to cut through the noise.
Yeah, so something true and credible. So no bullshit, basically. Make sure that it's something you would take, your mum would take, your gran would take, something that you can stand by and you can be like, this absolutely will work for you. Because, you know, it's a lot of money to risk on the line for launching something that, you know, it might flop. So you have to be completely certain it's going to be helpful. It's going to add value.
At the time of this recording today, which I know people are going to go on to listen to days, weeks, and months after, which is why I always say that little line. At the time of the recording right now, there's quite a whirlwind happening in the nail industry. Now, you won't know about this unless you follow nail accounts, and you would have seen some of the stuff.
I saw there was a scare about some gel. That's all I know.
Yes.
Okay.
So the gel polish industry is having a little bit of a shake-up from both sides, professional and consumer. From the side of the consumer, I think it's good because we're educating them. It's kind of an inner secret that we have known about, and it's been a hindrance of ours for the last 3 years, and it's coming out now. It's hitting the TV. It was on This Morning yesterday. It was on BBC News Breakfast, aired at 8:30, so primetime news, Friday morning just gone. So good things are happening. And the underlying message here is about having products that are being independently tested, that are going through rigorous, you know, meticulous testing during its development, so that it is compliant to the regulations of our country, and ultimately it's safe. It's safe for us to ingest, to apply, because it goes into our immune system and all of that stuff. So now bringing it back to your product, like you've said, it's very different. It penetrates lower, it's more molecule, and it goes, you know, further into the dermis, and it does all the things it needs to do because it's a collagen-based product. Talk to us a little bit about your journey with that part of bringing it to life.
Yeah, so I found I guess they're called food technologists company. You know the drink Huel?
Yeah, very well.
Yeah. So the same people that made that formula have made this formula. Just saying. So that shows how mega.
Just get that in there.
This is. Yeah, it's the same people that made Huel, or the same geniuses behind this formula. So I have invested heavily in the technology behind this to make sure that it works. So the first step was to finalize the recipe. Then I had to find a manufacturer, and that's where all my phone calls to you came in, because the hardest part for me was finding someone to make the damn thing. I finally made a bit of a breakthrough. I was going to do it in little sachets. Now we're looking at glass bottles. It's just a journey. And what you start off thinking you're going to do with a product never ends up being the end product.
No.
And the danger, well, it's
it like danger, when they say wedding, I'm going to get married and it's going to be 30 grand budget, and you go,
oh, of course,
times 3. Well, you'll figure that out. You'll see that for yourself later. Yeah.
And I'm going to be a really chilled bride. Nope.
Yeah, it's exactly. It reminds me of exactly that same mindset.
No, completely. And obviously from your advice telling me to document my journey, it's kind of you know, people will see from the start, I was like, I'm going to do these little sachets, and now I've gone completely the other way. I've even taken things out of the formula as well that I didn't really need in there. So, you know, like you were saying, document everything, but you can see the process, I guess, of where it started, where it is, and hopefully where it's going to end up.
Yeah, so excited for this, guys. And
it's exciting.
What we will do, because it will benefit both you and the audience here, is that once it's, you know, ready for launch, as in like it's a saleable product people can buy now, we will absolutely get this over in our newsletters. We will get it into our email campaigns, because They are literally going to be leaving money on their table. I know that's a really cheesy line, very overused line, very American. It comes from America, like all of these cheesy things. So sorry if you're American and you're listening to this. I love you really. I love everybody. But, you know, leaving money on the line is a term that's leaving money on the table, sorry, is a term that's used when it's like, you've got it. Like it's there. The sale is there for the taking. You've simply just got to ask for the sale.
Yes.
And so for me, when I say that line, I mean it in the real sense as well, because most of our customers are working from a table facing their ideal customers that are going to buy this very product. We are women, and we are we are women, and we are working in a very, very female, predominantly led business. You know, yes, we have men coming in our salons, and you just said your husband, you know,
he's always stealing this.
I get it. And I know that women will absolutely relate to that with their skincare products, you know, around their sinks at home, in their bathrooms. So,
but I'm surprised that your ladies aren't diversifying their so for example, I'm doing a product base, but I do know that once I have some time, once this is launched, then I'm going to quickly think, right, how can I have some kind of digital asset? How can I download everything I've learned into something people can buy? Because then of all the hours in the day and night, I'm selling physical products, but people are also downloading something digitally. It's the same thing for your ladies as well. They should be doing well, don't they?
Absolutely. And we teach that in my teacher training course. I mean, I have a 12-week program called Together We Teach, and it teaches the ladies to become trainers so they can have multiple streams of income, because they've got very transferable skills. But not just that, by module 5, we go all in online, you know,
right,
because we are in that day and age now that we have to have some form of digital footprint that can make us money around the clock and around the world. So it's a little bit harder for our industry, because the way that our industry is, we perform treatment. So we have to physically have a building for people to walk into. We have to physically touch people to take their money, like waxing, facials, massage, whatever, cut hair, things like that. But you're absolutely right. And we've already started that. And then that was also a reason for me to then go into my other, which is my She's Pretty Smart, the Pretty Smart Academy, to help women get more online space, you know, more of that online pie. So it's all covered, but there's so much that we could be doing. All of us, from the salon owner to you, to me, there's always more. And I think the message here now is everything has a time and place. I learned that the hard way. I'm sure you, entrepreneur to entrepreneur, have shiny object syndrome. Like, oh, I'm going to do this. Oh my God, I need to do that like yesterday. Oh my God, I need to do 3 things at once. And it's like, actually, do we? But do we though? You know? Yeah,
exactly that. And also because you'll have loads of tasks for the day, so you end up doing the fun ones first because you don't want to do the horrible ones. But it's part of the grind, and it is actually satisfying when you do have something tangible to kind of hold. And I think for anyone listening, there is so much fear in taking that first step. So I think if you can overcome that first step in starting, then you kind of start to enjoy it all. But it's that first.
Oh, it's so much fun. And going back to when you said with your collagen product, you know, you thought it was going to be in one particular style, and then you went from sachets. Now we're in a glass bottle. I was to say with my very first brand that I brought out, which was Exposed Spray Tan, I thought it was going to smell of coconuts and make people think it was sat on a Caribbean beach or something. And then I removed the whole thing of smell, and now we are a product that is totally smellless. And that is my unique selling point, the fact that we completely against the grain. And then we are the absolute thickest tanning product on the market. So again, I was a real pain in the backside when it came to my formulators, actually, because I was like, thicker, let's make the solution thicker. And every time they would send me the liquid, the tan, I'd be testing it in our spray tan guns and our HVLP machines. And I literally stopped at the point where it was too thick to go through the machine. And the reason, and they'd never worked with someone like me before that was going thicker. And they didn't get it, because the formulators, you know, the people that are taking the raw materials and then formulating, and then I'm testing, and then it's back and forth forever, it felt like. They don't make machines. They don't sell machinery. You know, they're not into the equipment. They're just into the formulation. So I was here with my liquid, and I wanted it to be the thickest product on the market so that it was the densest, because it means it would drop to the floor. Because I knew a big pain point in the tanning market was that we get a lot of overspray. So people were making a shit ton of money with their spray tan treatments, but still decided to stop performing them in their salons. Why? Because they couldn't be bothered to wipe the floors down, wipe the walls down. It was ruining all their their white skirting board tan. So I removed the overspray and I went super thick, so it just would spray straight to the floor. So there was none of clients doing this either. There was a much faster dry time because it was denser. So again, we start with one vision and then it ends completely differently.
It does completely different. No, exactly that.
Yeah. So, I've loved our conversation. I always love our conversation.
Loads of fun. I know. And but it's not all fun and games. I've been firefighting this morning. I had an email from a factory that kind of dicked me around in the beginning. They've just received a shipment that wasn't intended for them.
Right.
And so the raw supplier of collagen, who I'm buying the collagen from, accidentally sent my pilot trial stuff to the wrong factory. So I've been on the phone just trying to sort that out this morning, thinking,
you got told this morning. Oh my God. Yeah.
Just breathe. Yeah. It's literally, they got the delivery address wrong, but now, it's going to cost time and money and
yeah.
Well,
over the years of being a distributor and an importer, 17 years now. Wow, we have had, that's happened to me more, the more fingers and toes I've got.
No, exactly.
Yeah, that's
I had a thought randomly popped into my head. You're not a TikToker, are you?
No, but
I say that because there's a girl who's taking the beauty industry by storm. She's selling a product and it is literally a makeup sponge. It's just a beauty blender.
Oh, but no, I know.
You know. Stop. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we won't include that in this conversation.
Okay, fine.
There's a reason, and I'll tell you in a WhatsApp video after.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's the person I think it is anyway, then we have to stop because I'm well aware.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm so excited to talk to you after.
If it's got a name that's to do with anything, then I'm well aware.
Yeah.
And I've already had my trademark lady send her we've already opposed a trademark, put it that way. I'm going to stop this conversation. But this is the other side of now.
It is, yeah.
This is the dark side. This is the ugly.
It is the dark side, yeah. It absolutely is. There is a dark side to launching products, but
because everyone has, there's billions of people out there, obviously, and there's millions of people that have probably got very, very similar ideas to you.
Yes. Yeah, completely. Yeah. I mean, every factory that I was dealing with when I was trying to find someone to manufacture it, we had to sign, disclaimers and all these things. But there's also still a worry because I'm obviously sharing my journey online and I'm kind of saying basically what's in it. But I'm also confident because I know how bloody difficult it is to get it formulated. So I'm like, crack on then, try and copy it. It's not that easy.
Yeah, good luck, hun.
Good luck. It's taking me ages. You can have a go.
God. So let's leave this. I mean, it's been an amazing conversation. We're going to leave this live. I'm going to call this part 1.
Yeah, part 1.
It's the
we
first
can go into more detail with the next one.
Yeah, this is the first live with Layla where it's been, a cliffhanger. So part 2 is going to be back with the finished product rather. And then this is where we're going to really help you with your launch. Our audience are going to sell it. Yes, you are that are listening. You're going to sell it because you've already got loads of clients that are going to be ready to buy it from you, and we're going to be helping you make more money. And
they might as well take the Amazon fee.
They may as well take a fee. Absolutely. So we'll leave it there, folks. It's been amazing as usual. Thank you so much.
It's been so much fun. Thank you.
And I think it's really, really important as well, just to kind of end with this. If you are someone in the beauty industry that, right now you're a consumer, you are buying someone else's product and you've often wondered, oh, how did she get there? How did she do it? Can I do it? Is that even in my reach? The answer to all of that is yes. That's exactly what I'm here for. Fozia is here telling you her amazing story. And I love the fact that we're not telling you the end part. We're not telling everyone the success, the happy ending, the end part of the book. This is like 3/4 in. We're 3/4 into the book.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And who knows, by the time we come back, this will be completely different. The end result.
Let's just say Let's just say probably.
Probably, yeah.
Thanks, Foes, and
Thank you so much.
Thank
I'll
you.
speak to you soon. Bye.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.